What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, here to take the fear out of fitness. Guys, we're about to take off and class is in session. So, how are y'all enjoying your long weekend? So, kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit with what you saw already. And to be honest with you, it's okay. Because the passing of Carl Weathers actually made me think about one of the most iconic points in not only cinema history, but in emotional, mental strength history, right? So, as you can see, what I have up as the thumbnail is "There is no tomorrow." And I want people to understand the nature of what is. Because what happens is you guys can appreciate how powerful this scene really is. And the reason why this scene is so powerful is because Rocky is getting ready to prepare for a fight with Clubber Lang, also known to the majority of you as Mr. T. Mr. T was a menacing, hardcore fighter in that movie. And as a matter of fact, if you really look back at that movie, Clubber Lang wasn't wrong. Clubber Lang was angry and upset over the fact that he kept getting looked over or passed over for a fight because Mickey had been fixing his opponents or setting his opponents up. And Clubber Lang was beating the snot out of everybody in front of him, and Mickey did not want Rocky to fight him because all that he has worked so hard for at this point would have been quickly evaporated, so to speak. And as a result, Rocky found out later on that that was the case. And when Rocky found out, he was devastated. He didn't know who he was anymore. And in that process, Apollo Creed stepped in and began to explain to him how he needs to fight Clubber Lang, because Clubber Lang and Rocky had similar styles. And because Clubber Lang and Rocky had similar styles, and Clubber Lang was the better athlete, the better fighter, the more angrier fighter, he himself was not going to win that fight. So Apollo Creed took it upon himself to teach Rocky how to move more like him, a little bit on the smoother side, a little bit of flow, about a little bit of pop to his punches, but at the same time, he was quick, he was agile, and he was powerful. Okay? And I'm going to play this scene, but I just want you to hear it, because obviously, if I show you the video, it might get flagged. So without further ado, I'm going to play it. You guys, if you want to see it after that, by all means, go ahead and Google it. But for me, I'm just going to play it.
Baby. Side to side, move your hand. Watch him now, watch him. Right, remember, he's got two hands, right? Damn, man, what the hell are you doing? This guy will knock you on your ass. Come on, Rock, it's not a game. You want to live in the hospital for 5 weeks this time? You thought I was tough? This jump will kill you. All right. Come on, get your head on your shoulders, man. Think about the fight, Clubber Lang's in here, he's trying to hurt you, Rock. He's trying to hurt you. Okay, here he comes. Jab, he's jabbing, he's trying to hurt you. You gotta fight him, you gotta move. He's up against the meeting. He's up against the rope. Here's the corner. He's hooking. Damn, Rock, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
The reason why I played that clip is many of us are dealing with a Clubber Lang of our own, and it's called fitness in general. Everybody's got that monkey on their back. Everybody's got that nemesis. Everybody's got that problem that they cannot solve. And some of you are dealing with problems that are so detrimental to your life that you are not putting in the work, because some of you think you have tomorrow. Well, to quote the great late Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. One of the biggest mistakes that we all think is that we got all day, every day, no problem to get things done. And the truth is, sometimes things can wait. It's not good to work out while sick. It's almost not beneficial to work out while injured, to be honest with you, in certain instances. Now, if you're recovering from the injury, you should be training, but to push that body part to its nth degree while it's injured is not a good idea. You should be training the muscles and the parts around that injury, or the parts that are not injured in that area, but you should not be really focused and honing in on really putting in true effort on a injured, especially it's an acute injury. You should not be focused on trying to gain ability as a result. But many of you are suffering from obesity. There is no tomorrow. Those of you who are suffering from a severe case of obesity, there is no tomorrow. Because tomorrow might be the day that you suffer your heart attack. Tomorrow might be the day you might suffer your stroke. So tomorrow might be the day that you might find out that you've been a diabetic this whole entire time and your blood sugar has screamed well past over 800. You don't know when your day is going to come. Any of us, truth be told, but the insurance policy that many of us have is that we have been to the gym not only yesterday, but the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that, in perpetuity throughout the whole universe. We have been in there, and we have put in the time and the work and the effort. We have modified our diets to a degree where we feel relatively comfortable about the results of our fitness. It's just that simple. We can't avoid the obvious. My uncle, God rest his soul, who worked out but did not necessarily eat with the best of intentions, in the sense that he enjoyed his comfort foods, he ate to survive, but he did work out. My uncle was huge, muscular, large man, but he found out that he was a diabetic because his blood sugar was well over 1200. And he was passed out in his house when they found him. To his credit, because of the level of stress that he put on his body in terms of fitness, my uncle did manage to live an additional 5 days after the moment of discovery. But needless to say, he succumbed to his illness and passed away 5 days later. And it's a constant reminder in my head. It is a constant drum that beats to remind me that we're all human and that we all have the ability to do great things like my uncle in fact did. But my uncle was scheduled to pick my grandmother up the next day to go to church. That day that he was discovered, he was supposed to pick up my grandmother to go to church. And he did not make it because he was passed out in his house. But needless to say, the notion was, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm good. I'll wake up tomorrow. I've got till tomorrow. I don't have to worry about it right now. Who cares? It's all good. And as a result, there was no tomorrow. There was a tomorrow, but there was no tomorrow. He spent the last 5 days of his life in the hospital. One of the things that you guys out there have to understand is that when you're working out, we all feel it. Those of us who have achieved a high level of fitness, there is no tomorrow. We go. We go, we go, we go. There might be a this afternoon, but there is no tomorrow. The one thing that we all have to understand is that there is no way for us to progress in what we're doing if we insist on just acting like we've got all the time in the world. We don't. We really don't. And as a result, one of the things that I want y'all to realize is that it is not incumbent upon us to make you go. Fortunate thing for me is as a personal trainer, I get to force you to come because you paid me money. That is the leverage I have as the trainer. You paid me already. You don't want to come? You're going to waste a month of your life's money just to say you don't want to come? I thought you were committed to this change. I thought you wanted it. This guy will kill you. What's the matter with you, Rocky? That conversation is not just for him. This guy's an animal. He will kill you. What that means is that disease is going to kill you. It's an animal. I don't care which one it is. Heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, high blood sugar. Which one? Cancer. It's all of them are nasty. And trust me, I've witnessed people suffering from cancer. You do not want that smoke. You don't. Some of you lean on the fact that because you're on medication, that everything else is going to work out just fine. And no, it's not. The drugs are a stopgap for you to make the changes so that you can be the best you. That's what the drugs are for. The drugs are not supposed to be the end all be all. As a matter of fact, why would you want to spend your hard-earned money on drugs that aren't even making you feel some type of way? You're not getting anything pleasurable out of the medication you're taking outside of minimizing your pain, outside of lowering your blood sugar, outside of keeping your heart pumping. You're not getting any joy out of it. There's no entertainment from it. There's no recreation. So why spend your money on stuff like that when you could easily make the moves necessary for you to actually change the way you function? One of the things that I notice about all of us is when we're happy, watch the weight come on. When we're in a zone of quote unquote happiness, that's when we fall off. That's when we get caught up. That's when you realize that, oh no, what happened? Let y'all get miserable and see what happens. Let y'all get angry. Let y'all lose your spouse. Let y'all lose your boyfriend or your girlfriend and see what happens. Y'all be quick, get that body tightened up. Y'all be quick to get it all in shape. Men and women. We ain't even getting into a gender war on that one because I've seen us both do it. But the minute things get comfortable, whoops, you got a pot belly. The junk in the trunk got a little bit more junk in it. Face gets a little chubbier, head gets a little bigger, whatever. All of a sudden, you're out doing the most. Eating wherever, getting this, getting that, eating this, eating that. And you sit around the house and you don't do jack shit because you're comfortable. But the problem is that the minute we get comfortable is the minute it sneaks up on you and bops you upside the head. And when it bops you upside the head, now you're wondering what happened. What's going on? I don't know where I am right now. So imagine you're in the middle of doing whatever it is you're doing. And after you've done that, you collapse and pass out wherever you are. You could be driving. You could be in school. You could be at work. You could be at home just randomly doing whatever. And all of a sudden, click, 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 boom. And then you're wondering what happened. Now you wake, all of a sudden, the last thing you remember was you was in your house. Now all of a sudden, if you are lucky enough to come to, you come to in the hospital. Tubes everywhere. That's if you're lucky. Sort of. Depending on how you look at religion, right? Or spirituality. If you're fortunate enough to be in the hospital with tubes all in you, with all kinds of medication dripping inside of you, what's it going to take then? I've watched people suffer mightily from a disease, and instead of them making the changes necessary to make the disease go away or to mitigate the consequences of said disease, they go full ham and do what they want to do, and then poof. Now what? Do you know what I'm saying? Does it make sense to you? Today's not going to be a very long live because I've got another one in the chamber tomorrow. But I'm going to bring this to you today because there is no tomorrow. For those of y'all who are here watching live, or if you happen to be watching this later, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat room and a 1 in the comment section if you are convinced that there is no tomorrow, only today. You only get today to get what you need to do done. And when you realize that it is what it is, then you're going to blink and all of your changes that you need to make will have already been made. For those of us who keep putting things off, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll do it in 5 hours. Do it now. If you can't make it to the gym, spend the hard-earned money and get a program that you could do at home with little to no equipment. Do that. If you're the type of person that won't go if you, or I should say, don't go to the gym unless you are out of the house, just leave. Grab your stuff, get in the car, and leave. If you got to be held accountable in order for you to go hire a personal trainer, hire them now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Call that joker up right now, whoever they are, and get the money in their pockets. And I'm telling you, get the money in the pockets. And I'm not telling it to you with any type of shame, because as a personal trainer, as a licensed personal trainer, I'm telling you, give me the money, because now you have a choice. Either you have donated to your local gym's financial support, or you are going to finally get the help you need in order for you to perform. For those of you who are old fogies like myself, I got news for you. These young kids is coming. And these young kids are actually hiring their trainer. I am it. Young folks, 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, 20. They're hiring trainers to learn what they need to learn in order to get them to the other side of what it is that they want to get to. And they pay. Some of y'all out there begging for discounts and all kinds of stuff. And the truth is, yeah, you may not want to pay full price, but you know what? You get what you pay for. I got clients that have never picked up a weight in their life. Could barely bench press 5, 10, 15 pounds. Now they're bench pressing 50 and 60 pounds in a matter of weeks. Not years, not months. Matter of weeks. 2 weeks. 2 months specifically. They're honing in their skills. They're honing in on their capacity to build their bodies. Step 1 is this, step 2 is that. And they're working. You are their parents. Some of you, their grandparents. And what are you doing? Nothing. You're not leading the way. You're not showing these kids what it is that they need to do in order to function. You're not giving them that. What are you doing? That's the problem. Excuse me while I get this figured out here. Okay, here we go. So, I want y'all to take into account how beautiful it could be for you to be in the midst of the family you created. Not just your children and your husband and or your wives, but your grandchildren. And watch your great-grandchildren get married. Or I should say your grandchildren get married. And then have your great-grandchildren. My grandmother on my mother's side lived to be 75 years old. She got to meet her great-grandchildren. Some of us started earlier than others, but she got to meet them. And I think of that to myself, and I always think about that and how beautiful it is. Not only to be able to see them, but to actually enjoy their company. Truly enjoy it. Not, get up and shuffle in your house slippers and open the door and then sit on the couch and then just stay there. No. Great granddaddy, great grandmommy, let's go here. Oh, sure, let's go. I'm going to do my thing. Watch me do my thing. I'm about getting ready to do my thing. Whatever that is. Whatever that looks like. I want that for you. I want you to go ahead and click the like button real quick. Go ahead. While you're here, might as well. You've been here this long, right? I want everybody to honestly take a strong understanding of what it's going to take to truly absorb and gather what it's going to take to push yourselves to the ultimate limit. Every day you try, you are putting everything you have, like as if your life depended on it. Because there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Go ahead and hit in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what it is that's holding you back. Tell me what it is that's stopping you from getting from point A to point B. Everybody's not going to look like a Greek god when this is all over, or an African god for that matter. You're not going to. Not everybody's going to. However, what I can guarantee you is you're going to be better. You're going to be 100% better than you were the day before every time you get up and put forth the effort for you to be the best you. Guys, I appreciate your time. I'm not going to spend all night on here today. Like I said, I got one in the chamber tomorrow and the day after that. May not be alive, but there'll be some more videos coming. And I want you guys to go ahead and click the subscribe click the subscribe button and share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, so that way they themselves can get the gift of health. It is important that you guys share these videos that you guys get to watch with and share with me, because I want somebody to hopefully get inspired and understanding the 3 R's, the map. The 3 R's are rep, reap, and repeat. Do the reps, reap the benefits, and repeat the process. And the map is method, attack, and plan/program. What is your method? How are you going to go about doing this workout? Are you doing push-pull, stand-up, sit-down, extension, flexion? How are you going to navigate that? Are you going to superset it? Are you going to triple set it? Are you going to pyramid set it? Which version of the workout program are you going to go with? How's your diet going to look? You going to go paleo, keto, whatever? Are you going to just simply reduce your calorie count? What is it going to be? But anyway, I digress. Have a nice day. Be the best you. And class is Stoutt.